Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my craft room. It's a new month, which means a new coloring guide, and today I have opened up the brand new Hive 5 stamp set from the Hive 5 kit. So the kit comes with some sparkle glaze as well as this stencil. It's a hexagon stencil. Let me look up the name. It is called Honeycomb Stencil, as well as the Honeycomb Shaker gift tag, and then the Hive 5 stamp set and dies, and the stripes and sprinkles 6x6 inch paper petite pack. So I've opened up the stamp set and I've created my coloring guides. So we are going to start. I did a few bees. I did the hive, the honey pot, the flower, and then the little banner, just as examples. I didn't do all the bees because they're so similarly colored. You can definitely color the other bees the same. I just did one facing left, one facing right, and then one where the bee is facing forward. So this guide is pretty simple as it's just the bees. So I have GY3 as my darkest tone, and then I go in with CT3 and CT1 to color in the rest of the yellow on my bees. And then the wings are BT1 that are just lightly colored in and blended out using a blender marker. And then because I did one of my bees facing to the left has the little party blower thing. I colored that in just with one tone. It's very tiny. I colored it in a green shade. So while I'm coloring in my bees, it's exciting that it's July already. It's hard to believe that half the year has flown by. It's been so busy, and summer break has been really fun so far. Abigail's been checking out different day camps, and then we actually are traveling. The time I post this video, I will be on an airplane to visit my sister for her wedding. So it's just going to be a busy month, and I'm looking forward to all the fun and the festivities that we've been, planning and waiting for this summer. So the next guide I have has the hive. It has my little jar of honey, and it has the honey dipper or the honey spoon stick thing. I believe it's called a honey dipper. And this is very similar to my bees, except instead of using CT colors, I'm coloring all with the GY. So I have GY4, 3, and 2 to color in my hive as well as my honey. And then I add in some touches with the MB2, which is just the inside of my hive. I try to brown it up a little bit. And then the honey jar is using my ABs. I did 3, 2, and 1 just as a fun color contrast to the green. So green and teal are kind of the added colors to my yellow hive just for this particular sample that I'm going to make with this stamp set. And then the honey dipper is EB1 and MB2 to create a little bit of a darker shadow, and then the little wooden honey dipper look with using those two colors. So as I finish these 2 or 3 images up, I definitely will be posting a little bit less this month just with being out of town for so long. I won't have as much content ready to go. I'm trying to prep as much as I can before I leave, but I do have some design team requirements that are taking priority, so won't be as many posts over the next couple weeks, but that's to be expected with having travel plans in the summer. So just a heads up, I'm going to have as much as I can scheduled, but just probably going to be a few videos and mostly posts for July. And then my final coloring guide is the flower and the little banner, and I'm just going to use very similar colors to my bees. So I'm going to bring in some green. I'm using my AG 3, 2, and 1. I did accidentally color my flower the medium tone, the yellow on the top image. So just imagine those yellow petals are on the second one. There's always at least one accident when I make my coloring guides. I get excited and forget which order I need to add my coloring into the guides. But anyway, so the flower petals are colored the exact same as my bees. And again, just bringing in the green. And then I also have that teal for the banner. And then the center of my flower is colored just like my honey dipper. So very similar coloring, just to try to keep things without having to use too many different color markers for these images. So as I'm finishing up the coloring, I did also want to add a fourth step just to show how I added my little dots to each of the images, as well as my white gel pen, and I did add a little bit of blush to the bee's cheeks. So I will bring up my coloring guide just a little bit. I wanted to include at least one bee and the honey and the flower, so you can kind of see just how I add those little extra touches. So I'm going to finish up all of my images using the darkest color of all my shades to add in this little stippling, the little dots. So the only thing I didn't write down were my cheeks, which I used blush FS4 from Spectrum Noir to add in those little cheeks onto the bees. So I'm going to finish up my coloring here, but I hope you are all having a wonderful summer and that you're getting some rest or maybe some travel time and are having a good time this summer. Abigail has been enjoying lots of day camps, like I said, and I'm just looking forward to having some time off, even though it will be pretty busy, just helping my sister get ready for her wedding. But I am looking forward to the fact that it is a vacation and just having some time off. So for my card sample, I tried to use as much as I could from the Hive Five kit from Fawn. So I did use the hexagon stencil or honeycomb stencil and dies, as well as a sheet of the beautiful paper from the pack. So here is a close-up of those images. And then let me grab my sample so you can see just how I used a few of these cute little images on this card. I hope these coloring guides are useful and that you like this card idea. You can find them on my blog or on my Instagram to save for future use. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!